Hi, my name is Crystal Craig. I'm the Director of Transportation for the City of Nampa. From our community surveys, we've learned that citizens' top concern is reducing congestion on our City of Nampa streets. With that in mind, the city has prioritized improving movement in and through Nampa. The city works hard to maintain its nearly 1,000 lane miles each year. To do this, we prioritize projects and corridors that will provide the most bang for our buck, spending our citizens' tax dollars wisely. To learn more about this, go to the city's 5-year transportation plan on the city's website. Thank you for joining us online to learn more about our General Obligation Transportation Bond.
Hello, I am Mark Stoyer, the Director of Strategic Initiatives here in Public Works. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn about Nampa's General Obligation Transportation Bond, scheduled for voter consideration on the upcoming May 21st ballot. The city is moving forward with this bond initiative to fund transportation improvements that are expected to increase public safety and improve movement in and through Nampa. Over the last several years, reducing traffic congestion and improving the city's transportation network have been identified as one of the top community priorities. The city does receive project revenue from sources such as impact fees and state gas tax. However, additional funding is required to quickly address transportation needs. In 2004, voters approved a general obligation bond that provided $38 million to construct the Kings Corner Railroad overpasses, the Garrity Boulevard widening from Lakeview Park to I-84, and extend sewer service to the current location of the Treasure Valley Marketplace. This bond will be fully repaid in August 2024, hence the city's decision to essentially replace that bond with the new bond, providing another $38 million for critical transportation projects. If approved by voters, the cost paid by taxpayers would be similar to the fees paid currently by the expiring general obligation bond from 2024. Projects have been identified through community input, engineering technical analysis, recommendations from Nampa's Transportation Advisory Group, and Bike and Ped Committee, as well as input from school district officials, among others. So now, let's take a look at these identified projects. If approved, bond-funded projects will include Midland and Marketplace intersection improvements, Library Square congestion improvements, the 12th Avenue to 11th Avenue crossover corridor, design of the Southeast Nampa connection to State Highway 16, and a focus on safe routes to school with sidewalk improvements at several locations throughout Nampa. Midland and Marketplace intersection improvements. Many of you are familiar with the traffic congestion experienced at the Treasure Valley Marketplace, especially at this intersection. This project will improve traffic flow and reduce delays by increasing intersection capacity and eliminating conflict points, especially into and out of the Costco parking lot. Project cost is estimated at $4 million, and if approved, fully funded by the bond, starting construction in 2026. Next is the Library Square congestion improvements, eliminating the one-way couplet around the library block. The additional lanes and ability to travel south on 11th Avenue is projected to reduce congestion in the downtown core by 20%. Improving traffic conditions around the library block will significantly reduce motorist delay and improve safety. This project cost is estimated at $5 million, and if the bond is approved, can be out to construction in 2025. The Library Square improvements will be closely coordinated with the 12th Avenue to 11th Avenue crossover corridor. The city has been planning such a project, better known as the State Highway 45 realignment, for several years. State Highway 45 will be realigned from 12th Avenue to 11th Avenue, somewhere between 4th and 7th Street, diverting heavy traffic around the downtown core. Combined with the Library Square congestion improvements, this corridor is projected to reduce downtown congestion by 75%, improving safety for pedestrians, bicyclists, and motorists. Cost to complete this project will be $15 million and will be fully funded through the bond proceeds if approved. With bond funding these improvements, it would take place by 2027. Next on the project list is the design of the Southeast Nampa connection to State Highway 16. As you know, ITD is currently constructing a new interchange along 84 and extending Highway 16 to the north. Unfortunately, ITD's project does not include access to the freeway from the south side. The City of Nampa proposes to construct on and off ramps along the south side of the interchange and extend 16 down to Airport Road. An east-west connection will also be added from Robinson to McDermott. When constructed, this project is projected to reduce congestion by 10% at the Garrity interchange and 5% at the Franklin interchange. Over 20,000 vehicles per day are expected to use this connection by 2050. If approved, the bond revenue will be used to complete design of this critical project. Having the improvements shelf-ready will put the city in a competitive position to receive additional state and federal grant money for construction. The last proposed bond-funded project is the Safe Routes to School sidewalk improvements at 6 school locations, including Endeavor, Birch, and Roosevelt Elementary Schools, Lone Star and East Valley Middle Schools, and Skyview High School. Total cost of improvements at all 6 locations is $5 million. If the bond is approved, the sidewalk construction will begin sometime in 2025-2026. Here's a map showing all proposed bond-funded projects throughout the City of Nampa. As mentioned previously, there will be no increase in the current collected property tax from Nampa taxpayers. The estimated cost per $100,000 of the taxable value of a residential home is $18 per year, which is the current cost of the expiring bond. On average, this equates to $40 to $50 per residential property per year. Of course, if the bond is not approved, future property tax bills would decrease by these same amounts. As a reminder again, the General Obligation Transportation Bond vote will take place later this year on May 21st and will be a simple yes in favor of the bond or no against. A 2/3 majority is required for the bond initiative to pass. If you have any questions or would like to provide input, please reach out as shown here. Again, thank you for your time and interest in the city's General Obligation Transportation Bond.